Okay, let me show you how to tie tomatoes using the Florida weave. First you start off with something to tie it with. In this case I'm using baler twine. This is it's not the jute, it's the polypropylene, and it is it says somewhere on here that 110 there means it's 110 pounds knot strength. Don't know what necessarily knot strength means, but it's pretty hard to break. What I've done is put just a bungee cord around it, and a short one obviously. Hook the two ends of the bungee cord here, and on that I clamped a strap from a weed eater, and this one tells you to stay away from me when I am tying tomatoes. So just clamp that on there. That's got a strap for your neck. I also put I've got this nice little Mora knife, and if you don't own a Mora knife, now that one looks like it's been through the mill, but man, I tell you what, $12, $13 knife, those are sweet knives. But I keep the knife with me, or some kind of cutting device is what you're going to want to have, and I just put the scabbard in the inside the bungee, holds it nicely. We'll slip this around my neck. The other component is a piece of PVC pipe, and that is 3/4, and it's about 18 inches long, something like that, maybe 20 inches long. The length is not necessarily that important, and I'll show you what you run the string. Obviously run the baling twine through the PVC pipe, okay, and it comes out the other end, and that's what you'll be tying from. Let me strap it on. I'll give you an idea what it looks like on, and then I'll have a little help filming the actual tying of it, okay? Okay, here I am wearing the little setup I've got, and got my danger sign in the back because I am one bad tomato tire. Dangerous. This it doesn't weigh very much, easy on your shoulder. You got your knife right here when you need it, and we'll show you how to use this out in the field. Okay, it is what all the smart dressed tomato growers are wearing this year. Huh? What you think? Let's go tie some tomatoes. So you tie it off here on your pull post, whatever you're using for a pull post. In this case it's a T-post. Come around to your plant. This one has fallen down, so I'm going to get up under it, pick it up, come around the next one. This is the Florida weave. Come inside this one, and then I'm up to this 3/8 inch rebar. Pull it as tight as I can with my left hand, and using the get a little closer. Pull it as tight as you can with your left hand. Wrap that around a couple of times. You wrap that around your steak a couple of times, and come back with your tomatoes. Inside this one, outside that one. Inside this one, outside that one. Inside this one, tie it off. Pull it tight, about 5 inches above the last tie I made. Wrap it around a couple of times. Alright, come on this way, be inside this one, outside that one. Inside this one, outside that one. And what you're doing is using your PVC to reach outside. If you've got a limb that's falling down, a tomato branch that's falling down, use that to go back behind it. Come around your post here, your stake. Pull it as tight as you can without breaking it. This particular baling twine is 110 pound strength, so you can put a pretty good pull on it. Inside this one, outside that one. Inside this one, outside that one. Inside this one, and you're just feeding it through. Come around here, we're going to tie it off. Actually, we're not going to tie it off. We're going to go about 3 times around. This is the end, and now you'll get a view from the back. Once you get it tied off, coming back, outside that one, inside that one. And if some of them aren't high enough yet, aren't tall enough to reach your string, then you'll come back later and poke it back up through there. Not a big deal. Outside that one, inside this one, outside that one, up to your string, and you're just going to tie it right where you tied the other one. Pull it tight as you can. Wrap it around. Whoop. Tight as you can. Keeping it tight with your left hand. If you don't, then your slack's gonna pull a slack here. So you're gonna use your left hand to keep your string tight. Inside that, outside that, and you're looking at your other wire where your other string went outside. You go inside. All right. Inside here, and we'll come around it and pull tight. Tie it off. Or wrap it around. You're not tying it off, you're wrapping it around. Won't tie off till you get the end. Outside there, inside there, outside there, inside, outside. Tie it off, and I'm using the PVC pipe as kind of a fulcrum. As I'm pulling with my left hand, pulling on the string with my left hand, I'm using that to get a pretty tight, to get the string pretty tight. It's going to be holding a lot of weight. Outside, inside, outside. And now I'm getting to a pepper plant that's not tall enough yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. Just going to come over here to my T-post. Now I'm going to go ahead and tie it off here because the rest of these plants here are not tall enough yet, and I'll come back to tie them later. So I pull it tight, go around, get my corn out of the way, around. And the reason I keep my knife handy is you don't have to worry about it. Keeping it tight with your hand. Don't let this get slack because it'll pull a slack here. Cut it with a sharper knife than that. I'm just going to tie it off. Put your 2 or 3 good knots in it. Tomatoes are tied up. And that is how to do the Florida weave. We're gone.